Welcome back, y'all. Watch me give you a play-by-play on how to be an absolute beast with Cementoss in ranked. Let's do this.
I'm the CEO. It's Mega Chop, you already know.
Whether you played Cementoss for a long time or you're just picking them up, this video is going to be for you. There are things I will show you in this video that I do not see Cementosses typically doing. So stay tuned throughout the whole video because I'm going to break down what I am doing and why I am doing it. I do some incredible offense and some incredible defense. You are about to see a combination of both. I use my builds in this game frequently to help defend my teammates as well as create offense against the other team and relieve pressure for my teammates. This team that we were facing was all over the place. It might have even been a couple teams. So you want to make sure as Cementoss that you are playing close to your team, which is what I'm trying to do. This Froppy got in here and I said, yo, I'm gonna need some help. Look at, there in came Deku popping in for some help because Froppy isn't impossible to beat on Cementoss, but a very good Froppy is very difficult. This, I'm trying to keep space, but now I got a Shigaraki that is on me as well. My team is doing a great job fighting around, trying to hit the multiple targets that we're fighting. I'm pretty sure it's more than a team at this point. It's a little crazy, but basically I'm trying to find a spot where I can heal at this point, which is not working well. Here, I'm kind of like, maybe they didn't catch me going up and around. I'll try and heal here, which does pay off, thankfully. Now, keep in mind, if this was later game, later storm, I'd probably heal greens first because it ticks so hard, but this is the first storm closing. I'm not tripping over it. It's no big deal. As I was running past, you probably saw that Froppy attack. So I was trying to keep an eye on the team that we were fighting because I knew that they were weak. This is the Assault Shiggy that was back there trying to heal. I pop him once, but I know that I've got to be careful. There, I hit him again. I know I got to be careful staying in the storm because he hits health damage too with some of his abilities. This is a terrible spot for most people to be against Cementoss because of the amount of cement that he can throw, but I've also got to watch it because of the Assault Shiggy that was in there again. So here, I'm trying to get damage on whoever I can hit at this point. We got multiples around us. Seems like the same team for sure that we were fighting. And here, look at this. This gamma up to hit the Cementoss that is on the building. I love hitting people who are climbing. Unfortunately, that one, I went up a bit too high, so he didn't fall down when I hit him, which is normally what happens while I like to attack. But keep in mind, if people are climbing in unique spots, feel free to shoot them with a pillar or your gamma. Gamma sometimes a little bit easier to hit when they're up on the walls, just depending on the circumstances. Also, don't forget that you can juggle with Cementoss. Like, people are going to be like, are you Cementoss or an Ida? I left this in here too to show you that our teammate got disconnected. This was the final match that we could queue into before reset. You're going to see the maintenance at the end. Here, I was like, yo, Murmur, let me pillar up. You can snipe. I wasn't thinking about throwing the alphas and how they would cause a previous alpha to break. Keep this little point in mind for later on in the video because this is how I use the pillars to protect myself. But then also, I know where I can have an easy out because of how the pillars will break when you're creating them. This, unfortunately, the gamma didn't go off because I slid off the edge of the building. I don't know why it doesn't let you do that. I don't know if that's a bug or intended. But this Assault Shiggy, I know that it's dangerous for him to keep going. So I'm trying to get him here. I think he's going to try and hide. Like maybe we didn't see him and heal under there. But that's definitely not the play that he made. He took off. And don't be afraid to throw your cement. Even if you don't know if you're going to hit them, if you don't hit them, it will still probably cause a level of fear and make them kind of move around, sometimes a little bit frantically, and it makes it easier to find them and take them out. You're going to see it gets very chaotic here, and watch as I use my builds not only to attack enemies, but right here I see the Ida flying in on Murmur, and I also see the All Might, but there I pop the Ida like, nah, you're not going to be attacking my teammate. And the Cementoss comes in. I'm not overly worried about him because he didn't give me too much of a difficult time earlier in the game, so I feel like I'll be able to handle him without prioritizing him. I was more worried about the Ida and the All Might running around. Again, I missed a bunch of shots here, but if you have an Ida or a Froppy that's charging you, putting a pillar under you is great. You can hit him that way. And look at the luck of this, where I fell and where my gamma dropped. I got this massive platform, big chilling in a tree. Ain't nobody know what's going on, and I'm team healing. I'm like, hey, no big deal, no big deal. So you can see the circle is getting quite small for 4 teams, and we're on the verge of the circle moving. Well, it is moving, so that we're having to relocate as we fight, which is absolute insanity. The All Might is somebody that we've really got to watch out at as Cementoss. He will usually fly up above and try and make our life hectic. I'm thankful for where Ida kicked me. I'm like, I can get in here, I can defend up. I know I've got greens. Unfortunately, my awareness wasn't super amazing to the fact that I would have pillared differently if I knew that Murmur was this close to getting inside. So I pillar up. I was not happy to see the Froppy here. I was like, no, I need to heal. But you see, I am later circle, and I am prioritizing greens right now. That I didn't get the green heal off, but I'm prioritizing greens because the circle is a very real risk. Unfortunately, I felt like if I stayed behind to try and revive my teammate at that point with the pressure that we had, it would be likely a death for both of us, and our game would be over. So that's why I did that. I popped the speed card to get to her quickly, pick up all of her stuff that I could. Plenty of greens for me to heal. I also already had a revive card, so I was like, you know what? I think it will be easiest for us, the best for our game, to do a storm play, to pick her stuff up. And then I was like, you know, I can probably shoot right up here to this building again and watch. I can throw up some pillars. Ain't nobody coming in that entrance, so I'm not worried about that. And then I pillar off this entrance. Hindsight, I would have pillared that entrance last, and you'll see here in a second why. So the storm's closing. If I pillared that first, when I threw my first pillar, it would have broke and we could have got out easily. If you've ever tried to kill a Cementoss pillar, you know why this is a massive tip that will help your gameplay a lot. If you keep an eye on and strategically balance how you do pillars. Here again, I'm like, I'm not fully reset. My teammate needs shields. I couldn't recall what they had, but I was like, yo, let me team shield. I got you, because she could have been in the thick of things. So I'm like, well, let's do it like this. So here I'm trying to gauge the field of play, like where is everybody? That's why I was pillaring up here. It also helps because a lot of the people that we were fighting are a bit more ground based, with the exception of Ida. I think All Might was still in here. The Cementoss is in there, but again, I was definitely working over the Cementoss. I felt kind of bad for him. As Cementoss, if people are air recovering, juggle them. Do not give up that opportunity to juggle them. It is very easy. Here, this Cementoss wasn't prepared for me to quickly jump, recover, and then pillar, which put him in a very bad spot. This Gamma, unfortunately, built right off of my pillar. I wanted it to go straight to the ground. I probably would have been finishing the Cementoss there. Also, having this plus ultra was critical in this moment because there was a lot going on. This is an All Might or an Ida. I didn't quite catch. It was probably the Ida. So again, I'm using my abilities to help peel for my teammates to make sure that they're able to continue doing the damage that they need to do. It's also wearing down on the opponents, right? Because the more damage that we're doing to them, the less they can keep up. Here you can see as I pillar, I hit somebody who is coming up to try and get me, and then I'm able to get the down on the Cementoss. I hit him, knocking him further into the storm. Again, juggling. The Ida, I didn't realize went down there, and I just happened to be pillaring as All Might was trying to pick him up, which forced Ida further in the storm and forced the All Might to back off from trying to pick him up. That was huge. Right now, I'm just trying to keep pillared up because I know that people are exhausting their abilities and they're having a hard time keeping up with us as a team. I tried to finish people off or keep them away from the safety, and then I just pillared up so that we could heal. Yo, I have multiple shorts that I am going to break off from this night of content. There is so much to break down for you Cementosses out there. I look forward to doing it. Check out this damage at the end, around 4K, 4 KOs. If you liked the video, do me a favor. A like, a subscribe is massive. Drop in the comments what you are struggling with on Cementoss, and I'll make some content to break down what you can do to help you out. Have a great day, y'all. Peace.